Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to another VW Camper. It's Friday night, my favourite day of the week because I'm off for the weekend. How is everyone? There's loads in chat already, so thank you very much. Let me go through and say hello to everyone. So we've got Steve131 in first, saying evening, Mr. Horlixs, and good people of chat. So good evening, Steve. How are you? Marie, good evening all. Hi, Marie. Peter Webster says hi to Steve. Peter Webster says, hi, let's enjoy your build tonight. Thank you very much. Hope you're well. And Peter says hi to Marie. Gillian says, good evening, Horlixs, and everyone in the chat. Good evening, Gillian. Warren James says, hi, all good luck tonight, Horlixs. Thank you very much. How are you? Dave McBill says, good evening, everyone. Good luck with your build outs. Have a great show. Thank you, Dave. Thank you very much. And then Dave says, good evening, Steve, Marie, Peter, Gillian, and Warren. Warren says, evening, Dave Matt Builds, and Dear Smiles of Vintage. Hi, well, it's good luck with your show build tonight, and hello to everyone in chat. Thank you very much, Dave. Hope you're well. Peter Webster says, hi, Gillian, Dave Matt, and Dave S. Gillian says, hi to Peter. And Gillian says, good evening, Dave Matt Builds. Dave Matt Bill says, good evening to Dear Smiles of Vintage. Yorkshire Crafter says, good evening, Horlixs. Hello. Hi, Julie. And Julie says, and everyone in the chat and everything. So, yeah, thank you. Peter Webster says, hi to Julie. Dave Matt Builds says, good evening to Yorkshire Crafter. Sorry I missed the quiz last night. I forgot about the time. No worries. That's all right. Peter Webster says, I won Dale. Laugh out loud. Stuart Sullivan says hi to everyone. Actually, reminded me. Did you, Stuart, have you messaged me on Facebook? Because I've been having some messages from you, and it could be completely genuine, but it just doesn't. It looks very like what my dad had. So have you been messaging me on Facebook Messenger in the last, today and yesterday? If you haven't, then I think you may have been, your account might have been compromised. But I'm not sure. Stuart says, hi all, how are you? Hi all. It's yeah, hi Stuart. Dave McBill says, nice one, Peter. Yorkshire Crafter says, evening, Peter Webster, Dave McBuilds. Ian, hello. Hi, Ian. I've actually just been working on a little trailer, so just before the show. That's what I'm doing tonight. So you know what that's about. Steve131 says, hello, Peter Webster and Dave McBuilds. Peter Webster says, hi, Ian. Dave McBuilds says, evening to Stuart Sullivan. Peter says hi to Ian. Ian says hi to Peter. Lindsay Spills, hi Alex and everyone. Hello, Lindsay. Thank you for joining. Stuart Sullivan says evening to Dave. Peter Webster says hi to Stuart. Dave McBill says evening, Ian. Peter says hi to Lindsay. Ian Campbell says hi, Dave, and Dave. Yeah. Stuart Sullivan says Peter, hello. Steve131 says Peter Webster, you got your mallard? Question mark. Yorkshire Crafter, no problem. Don't worry about it, Dave McBuilds. Ian says hi to Wendy. Yes. Oh God, I forgot to turn her off. Turned her on earlier, and she needs to cool down. She's going to go off any minute. Dave McBuilds says hi to Lindsay. Stuart Sullivan says, I did message, but I was hacked. Okay. It makes sense. So has that been sorted now, or because it says you're online at the moment, if that's any help? I thought you might have been, because I think this is exactly what my dad got stung for. I think they're going to try and get you to do stuff or get me to send money somewhere or something. It was all a bit odd, and I thought, I'm not sure if that was you. So Dear Smells of Vintage says, I've had some from Stuart too. Right, okay. Yeah, is it about money and stuff? Yeah, it's a bit odd. That's what, as I said, that's what my dad had. But unfortunately, my dad fell for it, and that's the position he was in. Bless him. So yeah, be really careful if you've had any strange things from Stuart until he sorts his account out. Ian says hello to Sir Dave, and Ian says careful, Alex. Peter Webster says I have indeed Steve 4468 in Graisley blue livery. Graisley blue. I've indeed 4468 in Graisley blue livery. Awesome. And that is chat. So let's go on to the build then. So we're doing some more of the VW camper. As I keep saying, I'm not going to moan about it. It's I think when it's done, it's going to be a great build, but it's just such a shame that the build's not very fulfilling, I guess. Especially as you do it weekly, I know I get it in, monthly and all that. It's just not a lot to do in them. But nevertheless, let's change cameras and sort things out. And well, there you go. Let's get down to the build table. So this is issue 36, installing the spare wheel housing. With the parts supplied in the last issue, you will install the spare wheel housing and its accessories in the cabin. The parts supplied in this issue should be stored for a later assembly session. So we seem to be behind at the moment. So this week we're using last week's part, and then obviously next issue we'll be using this week this part. So yeah, it's a bit odd how it's gone, but yeah. So this is the part supplied with this issue. So we've got some screws and some more of the floor. Okay, so what we're actually going to be doing in this issue, though, is we're going to be reverting back to last week's parts. So issue 35, we didn't open this last week because there was no need to. So we're going to be using that tonight. So let's get started. So first we're going to retrieve the cabin assembly and all the parts received in the last issue, and then insert the pins of the handle into the holes shown on the bulkhead. So let's get the parts out to start with. And we've got some BPO7 screws here. So I'll put them in the pot. Got another ashtray. That's the handle with some pegs on. And then the spare wheel housing. So let's bring up what we have been working on. Which is here. Got a bit of dust on it. It's the problem. I keep getting dust on it, and I'm in quite a dusty room, so I have to keep dusting the thing off. But we're all good. So we're going to be working just in here. There's two holes there, and we're going to place the handle into the holes shown. So we're just going to carefully push that into place. I think that has gone home. Not quite, needs a little bit more. There we go. And that's the handle installed. So that was step 1 and step 2. So step 3 is to examine the 3 holes in the top of the spare wheel housing into which you will insert the ashtray. Those at the 2 ends have a different sizes, which means it only fits one way. So let me just move that to one side. So as you can see, there's Wendy. We've got a larger hole here on the right, and we've got a smaller hole here on the left. And that's going to go in. And we're going to fit that in with a BP07 screw. From the other side, directly in the middle. And that is that part done. So let me just go through some chat and then we'll move on to the next bit because loads has come in. So we've got Steve131 says, Peter Webster, well gel, sir. Yeah, I think I'd like to see a picture of that. Alex Demetrius, good evening, Horlixs and everyone in chat. Hi, Alex, how are you? Danno Builds says, evening, Alex D. Stuart says, yeah, all sorted, thanks. I never asked or suggested anything me money. I reported them. That's good. I didn't think you would. That's why I questioned it. It was just all a bit odd how the conversation was going. So I'm glad you came on because I was going to ask you. But I'm glad you sorted it. Peter Webster says hi to Alex D. Alex Demetrius, hi Dave Builds and Peter Webster. Todd, hello, good evening all. Hi Todd, mate, how are you? Ian says afternoon to Todd. Peter Webster says hi to Todd. Stuart, folks, what's the bright yellow truck begging Horlicks on screen? Oh God, yeah. Forgot to change the brand. There you go. Is that better? Oh, it was all such a rush. Peter Webster, it's natural weathering, Alex. Yeah. Todd, I think Alex forgot to change his little upper right watermark from the truck he is building. Yeah, sorry, I did. There you go. That was from Saturday. Todd says, yeah, it's Bedford build. Yeah, that's right. Stuart says, thanks, Marvel Phoenix. Mark Smiles, good evening, everyone. Hi, Mark. How are you? Peter Webster says hi to Mark. Dave Builds says evening to Mark. Mark says hi, Dave Mac, and hi, Peter. Ian says, hey, Mark's Mods. Mark's Mods says evening to Ian. And Steve131 says evening, Mark's Mods, sir. So, yes, thank you all for joining. So, that is the ashtray installed. So next, we need to locate the 2 posts and the 2 tabs on the spare wheel housing, which should engage with the parts on the bulkhead as shown in the previous step. So we do have 2 tabs either side here and the 2 posts. And then let's bring over this. This is getting big. I'm going to need a bigger work. It's getting a bit like the Routemaster where there's no room to work. So the posts are going to go in these 2 holes here. Place the spare wheel housing against the front bulkhead as shown in the picture. Press the spare wheel housing against the bulkhead, ensuring it is completely flush. So I'm just going to line all this up. So those 2. Oh, it's really tight. Not sure about that, you know. I'm really not sure about that. That is really tight. Especially as I'm guessing that will have to come off at some point to put the spare wheel in there. Let's get the dust out of there. I'm not sure. I'm happy with that. I might have to do a bit of sanding in there perhaps. Really tight fit. I'm just trying to see if there's anything in the holes. I'm not sure about this. Has anyone built this part yet? I know Mark has. Was yours really tight? Because I'm really not comfortable with how tight that is. It's like really stiff and then it gets stuck. As you can see, I'm pulling back on that and I'm just not sure whether I need to be working that in or I might sand it down. I'm just, yeah. Where is my... tools? Peter says put a bit of oil on yours. Oh, okay. Well, that's not too bad of a shout, is it? Let me try that. Well, I haven't actually got any oil, but I've got some plastic grease. Let's try that. Because this is safe for plastic. Because I just know this is going to have to come back off to obviously put the wheel in there. So a little bit easier. It is a little bit easier, but not great. Can't even remember. Let's slide the seat forward and let's pull this seat up because I just don't want to damage anything. There we go. Now, is that side engaged? No. That is in now. Whether that's going to come out again is another question. So we'll see when it comes to it. Let's just have a go now. It's really, really stiff. What's worse than fumbling? Watching someone fumble. Oh, this is mad. Do you know what? I'm not even sure this is coming back off now. You don't need to come out. Right, okay. Are you sure? It's just because I'm sure the spare wheel is supposed to go in there later on. Because if we look at the mag, I'm sure, was it in this mag? Just trying to find a picture. No, there is. I'm sure I saw a picture. But yeah, okay, that's cool. Well, that's in then. It's just, I think, because it says, oh, you know, it's a spare wheel cover, you assume. There you go. You're going to put a spare wheel in there. Right, so, sorry about that. Technical difficulty with that. Which I've obviously I think I'm just being too cautious. But that is the result. Cabin with spare wheel housing and handle installed. So that's how we are looking. So that's all in. So we're going to now move on then to stage 37. So cargo floor and front floor installation. In this assembly session, you will install the cargo floor supplied with the last issue and the front floor included here. So this is the parts we have in 37. And we can see we're going to install the part from last week and the part from this week, cargo floor. So step 1 is to retrieve the cargo floor and the BP06 screws supplied with the last issue. Okay. BP06 screws. Okay. So we're going to place the cargo floor by inserting the post at the back of the floor panel as shown in the picture. So it's going to go up here. Secure the cargo floor with 3 BP06 screws on the underside as shown in the picture. So I can see that we've got 3 posts. They're going to sit in the 3 holes like so. And then we need to turn this on its side and fit them with the screws supplied. So I'm just going to put that on its side because I think we're safe to do so. Line that up. So that's 1 screw. Oh. So I think the best for me to do now is turn this round carefully so we can work on getting that top screw in. And then the last screw goes in the middle. So I'm just going to put my finger on the back just to give it a little bit of support. And not too tight because we are going into plastic. And there we go. That is that part installed, and it's sitting flush. It's very fragile, as you can see, so we'll have to be really careful with that when we're storing this and moving it around. But it's really coming together now. And it just says check the panel is flush, which it was. And then it says next, fit the supports on the front floor onto those on the front seats floor shown in the picture. So again, we're going to need to put this upright because we're going to be working on the front here. And then we want the parts from this issue. With that. And this is going to be really tricky to work on because it looks like we're going to be putting a lot of things in here. And we're going to have to work with it installed. So then it says press the floor so that the 5 supports are flush and secure the parts with the 5 BP06 screws inserted into each of the supports through the cabin underside. So we've got some more BP06 supplied with this issue. Line them up, and that was a really good fit. And then secure that into place. And then there's 2 more just at the bottom here. Okay, so that is completed work. Appearance of the cabin with the cargo floor and the front floor installed. So there we go. That's what we had to do. This is really getting some length now. So there we go. So yeah, we're going to be working, so we're going to probably be putting a lot more stuff in here. I really hope we end up like with a frame to get this on soon. Just because of how fragile this is to move about, you can tell it's all flexing and it just makes me a bit uneasy. But hopefully we'll have some sort of strengthening, some way to strengthen this soon in the next coming issues, hopefully. So Steve131 says Mark's Mods. I forgot I watched it. Rubbish being old. Peter Webster says, don't forget the tabs at the bottom. Oh, for this. Yeah, that's done. Yeah, see, it's all flush. They pushed in. I didn't put any grease on them though. They went in okay. Lee says here and got a bowl of stew. Nice. Hi Lee, how are you? Peter Webster says nice Lee. Lee says yes. Steve131 says evening to Lee. Peter Webster says I don't need to come out, Alex. Oh, it don't need to come out, Alex. Okay. Lee says still working on the signal box. Peter says the spare goes in behind the seat. Which, oh, what, at the back? Or in, do you mean, oh, I see what you mean now. God, now I feel daft. So you lift this up and you move the chair forward. I see. And then you've got the void to drop the wheel in. See, I just assumed you'd be having to pull this out. Although I can't get this back in now. There we go. I see. Thank you for that. Thing is, I just try and think ahead with these things, and obviously I got that wrong. And yeah, I'm just always thinking a step ahead, thinking, well, that might have to come up. But yeah, no, that's cool. I'm happy now. That still needed a bit of grease though, because they weren't going on. Lee says, good stream, big like, and I did smash it with the 00 gauge train. Thank you, Lee. Peter says, I got my 00 gauge Blackpool balloon tram today. Need to fit the motor unit now, Lee. Lee said, okay, cool, Peter. Lee says, looks good, Alex. Good work, looking good. Thank you very much. Mark Sponsor says, after the next front part is on, it gives you an idea of the length of the camper. Right, yeah. It is. It's big, isn't it? It's going to be nice. Peter says that's a fun bit coming soon, Alex. Oh, God. Gillian Dotz says it's looking good and a big thumbs up. Thank you, Gillian. Lee says good stream. Let me bring you back to me. Oh. Crafty Chris says good stream again, Alex. Thank you very much, Chris. Danno Builds says it's good, Alex. Great work. Excellent show. Thank you very much. Looking very nice, Horlixs. Thank you, Steve. Lee says good stream. Thank you. Lindsay says it's going to be huge. Yeah. Not quite as big as the bus, but nearly. Peter Webster says I fitted my chassis now. Oh, awesome. Is that coming soon? Or am I going to have to be really careful with this now for weeks and weeks? Because it seems a bit too flimsy at the moment until the frame goes on. Peter Webster says, yay. Ian says, nicely done. Thank you very much, Ian. Peter Webster sent you a pic, Alex. Oh, awesome. And Peter Webster says hi to Chris. So let me have a look at this picture. Do you need me to, maybe I could share it if you wouldn't mind, as you're talking about the train. Actually, I'm not sure if I can. Because it's on the other account. Where's my phone? There we go. Sorry, bear with. Just trying to get this up and sort of hide anything personal. Yeah, that is amazing. That looks really nice. Oh, wrong camera. So this is Peter Webster's mallard. Look at that, still wrapped, but yeah, that looks amazing. Lovely. Absolutely lovely. There you go. Thank you for sharing that, Peter. Yeah, cool. So that is it then. So yeah, Crafty Chris says hi to Peter. Keith says hello, Alex. Hi, Keith. How are you? Thumbs up. Thank you very much. Peter Webster says be careful, even with the chassis still flimsy for now. Okay. Lee says hi to Keith. Danno Builds says evening to Crafty Chris. Keith says hi, Lee, miss ya. Peter Webster says hi to Keith. Keith says hi to the chat. Danno Builds says hi to Keith. Crafty Chris says hi to Dave and Matt. Keith says hi, Dave and Peter. Lee says nice, Peter. And Peter says no problem, Alex. Yeah, looks lovely. And I see I'd be useless for trains like that. I mean, I ain't got room for a train, but I wouldn't want to take that out of its packaging. It'll just sit in there. Anyway, that is it from me this evening. Thank you all for joining me tonight. A little bit more done. I'm going to have to be so careful with this. I don't even know what I'm going to do with it now, because I don't think it's going to fit where it normally sits. So I might have to work something out. Yeah, well, I hope you have a good weekend. So tomorrow, there's Bedford. There'll be myself and DS Models and Vintage. We'll be doing some more of the Bedford, and have I got an update for you? And then I've updated the schedule. So as far as it's currently in its current form, so the schedule is up to date. Cause I didn't realise it was out of date. It's come around really quick these weeks. So I've done a general tidy up on there and an update. So keep an eye out on the schedule for any future streams. But definitely there'll be a Bedford tomorrow. So Ian says take care all, see you soon. Thank you, Ian. Lee says good stream, see you on the next one. Thank you, Lee. And Peter Webster says see you on the next video. Stuart Sullivan says thanks, Horlixs. Thanks, Gillian Horlixs, and night, everyone. So yeah, thank you very much, and I will see you tomorrow evening for Bedford. So take care, have a good evening.